I'm echoing myself, but again, these endings, I mean, abrupt and ambiguous. I mean, he shoots the gun. We think the guy's got guards who had guns too.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can't really even know that it's Bridges shooting the weapon. And maybe he doesn't shoot him. Maybe he shoots the wall. Who knows?
Well, yeah. I mean,
and by the way, did Court do it? I mean, I guess when he says, what if I did?
it is ambiguous. They had a lot of issues with ending this movie. Because the book ends very differently and very quietly, and it's a totally different thing. It's a book ending. They needed something cinematic, and they certainly got it, right? Like, let's be as symbolic as possible. Let's put him on the white horse, send him through the party, and then, that they both grip the gun at the end, and he's totally sold out everything for his pal. It's a good ending. But this film had so much trouble just getting released because they kept pulling money away from it. I mean, it got made because of Jeff Bridges.
United Artists didn't believe in it. The great story is that they spent $63,000. Yeah. That was the ad budget for the movie.
The entire ad budget.
$63,000, and right around the same time, they spent $75,000 for the opening night party of Thief.
Yeah,
with James Caan.
With
James Caan, yeah.
But the heroes in this case were United Artists had just started a new division, like United Artists Classics, I think it was called, that basically its job was to save movies that had slipped between the cracks. And so it got another chance and actually performed fairly well on its release. But I just think
on its second
release.
Right.
Oh, it was released as Cutter and Bone briefly, and audiences just didn't really.
And they put no money into it. They put no heat into it, and then a couple months later, it's back again, and it did well. Yeah.
There's a number of people I think we need to recognize. Ivan Passer, the director, was a Czech emigre, much like Milos Forman, who came to this country.
He'd been an assistant director for Forman.
Yeah. Exactly. They worked on Fireman's Ball together, and he just handled this material so well. And Jordan Cronenwaith, who's a cinematographer, who we will see again in this series, I don't know of another film that captured California light quite as beautifully as this movie does. It's absolutely fantastic. But Lisa Eichhorn, who played Mo, is one of the great supporting performances of that era.
American Film Institute said that Lisa Eichhorn's performances is not one of, but the most underrated performance of the 1980s.
Yeah. I don't want to sign off on this one without mentioning the score by Jack Nietzsche, who is a significant figure in the California music scene. He also did the score for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, so there's the Czech connection there.
He worked with the Czechs.
But it's beautiful. It's just a haunting score. I always think this film would be a great double bill with Chinatown, because it's like, here's the start of Southern California corruption in the late 1930s, and here is what we grow into in the late 1970s, and it looks, it's paradise. Look at how beautiful this place is, but man, something rotten is under the lid. It's a great film.
Yeah, it's a terrific film. Thanks for I had not seen Cutter's Way.
Well, that's why I'm here, Ben. I'm happy to introduce you to these things.
Eddie, thank you.
You're very welcome. So TCM Underground is up next, but Ben and I will be back next week for the final installment of our Neo-Noir series, and we'll be showing some interesting, unexpected films then.
Yeah, including Blade Runner.
So you want to be back for that. We'll see you next Friday night.